Mike Macal here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today are the library ladies, Macal Ashby and Grace Green. And it's once again, I just seen you the other day at Taste for Books.
What a coincidence. Yes, British Invasion.
That was a great event. If you missed Taste for Books, you have missed the event of the year.
It was so much fun.
And you could tell, and the place was packed.
I think it was the busiest we've ever had it. It was It was wonderful to see the community get together.
Right, and I talked to some people that were first-time attendees, and they had all dressed up in their British
That's awesome.
wear, and so they really got into it, and they were so tickled to be there. And one told me Agatha Christie sent her. So.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the game was extra fun this year. We had ping pong.
Yeah.
Yes, T-pong.
Yeah, we called it T-pong,
really fun.
and it was just so much fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's actually this was one of the most successful Taste for Books so far.
All right, so I think they've exceeded your fundraising.
Yes, we did of $25,000.
Oh, that's right. So more than that, we don't know the exact number yet.
Yeah, we're still tallying numbers, but
okay, that's great.
And it's just so neat because you come to it and you see people dressed in the theme. In this case, all British, different types of British themes.
There was a few people in there trying to squeeze in some Scottish stuff.
Scottish bagpipers. And then we had some really interesting foods. Like I got to try for the first time ever haggis. I got to try a Scotch egg. I'd never had that. Like there was some really, really, just interesting things to try and to see. And it was awesome.
Well, you can have all that stuff. Bangers and mash or whatever,
I like bangers and mash too.
Ham and green peas.
But there was a bunch of desserts as well.
Oh, tons of desserts. Oh, you missed it if you didn't go.
Yep.
So we already have the theme picked up for next year?
Oh, yes.
It's going to be movie magic.
Well, that'll be an interesting...
Old Hollywood glamour.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to be.
I think they picked the theme so they can just dress up.
We pick what we can all get passionate about as far as decor and dressing up and honestly, that would be interesting for food too. You could do 1940s style foods and different things that have been in movies.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. It'll be fun.
All right, so let's talk about May because the May events will be here this week.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So what do you have on your list, Grace?
So I don't have too much. I do have the regular. We have Bad Romance, which happens every month.
I was going to mention that.
Bad Romance. This theme for this month is sports. Well, May's month is sports. We also are doing Books and Beyond. I host that, and our theme is going to be nature. And then we also have Genealogy Club. And we always do What the Tech every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So if you have any questions with electronics saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how to send these pictures to someone or anything more complicated.
That's typically for people that don't have grandkids.
Yes.
Or if they're not available, like, no, I don't want to come over.
I know. But it's great. There's a lot of little tricks on your phone. It's such a crazy instrument.
Yeah.
But, and if you change models and they change all the way things do, it's always great to have somebody to do it for.
So we're always here to help. I would say Bird ID and photography is going to happen at Shenandoah River State Park. That's going to be on the 18th. And we're also... This month we have 2 fun family days. I will mention we're going to have Free Comic Book Day.
It's this Saturday.
Oh my.
It is this Saturday, Free Comic Book Day.
Is it really? Mm-hmm. No. Yes.
Oh my gosh. This is tomorrow.
Sorry, continue. Tell everybody about how.
I am so sorry. I know May is coming up, but I didn't realize.
Wednesday is May 1st.
I think it's Wednesday.
Okay, well, that's good. May has a lot of fun things. Like Family Fun Day.
Yes. That's the 13th.
11th.
Or the 11th, excuse me.
Yeah, that's 11th. Is the 11th, and we're going to be there all day, and we're going to have very simple origami paper for children to create all sorts of creatures. I got the pre-foldable ones, so they're super simple. We'll have coloring sheets, and then we may have a surprise from the adult side.
It would be a surprise for you and me. We don't know. But also, we do have free comic book day. It's not going to be at the library. It's going to be at Main Street Geek.
Yeah.
We will be there, and we'll be handing out some goodies as well.
Yep.
They do that free comic book thing every once in a while. It's kind of cool.
It's wonderful that they do that.
Aren't they called graphic novels now, or what do they call them?
Manga.
Yeah.
Yep.
Graphic novels. Yep.
I'm in charge of the adult graphic novel section. I'm very passionate about it. I think they're an amazing form of literature.
Comic books. That's what we call them. Comic
I think in many ways, like, they can be. Like, I actually like the graphic novels, believe it or not, that are nonfiction.
Yes.
Because you can learn so much from them. And there's two different types of learners. There's visual learners and regular learners. And for visual learners, that could be the difference between understanding a piece of history and not understanding.
Well, let me give you a little bit of useless information that's really kind of cool about comic books. You realize they use those to teach at-risk kids that have trouble reading. Because they don't want to read a book, they let them start them off and teach them to read comic books. I mean, anything you can read, and they'll get engaged into that.
It's anything that will engage a child to get them excited about reading. I think sometimes that's misunderstood. People always think they have to read a certain thing. Yeah. But if they're struggling with learning to read, I think it's a wonderful idea.
A lot of these comic books are written at a much low enough
easier,
level.
And there's the pictures to give them a little break. Sure. Absolutely.
Sure,
yeah.
And it's like, if you want to read more into a graphic novel, each panel, it doesn't even have to have words, because each panel, every drawing, the colors, the context, it all means something. So it all layers up. And when you're reading a regular novel, you just have the text, but in a graphic novel, you can see everything. Yeah. And so it changes the perspective of reading for me.
Right.
That's neat.
Because some people, have trouble. We do it. Mark here does a lot. When someone just sends us, I call it a word picture. Describe what you want the picture. Nowadays, you just type it into GTP or Chat GPT, and it'll create an image for you. But basically, what you're looking for is a word picture. Describe what you want, and this is what you see when you're reading novels. They are trying to give you a word picture, and you're imagining. Everyone imagines a different image, that goes along with it. But you're right, the imagery is so important.
But it's interesting. Some of us, I actually prefer just straight text. And it's interesting. The reason for that is when I'm reading straight text, I see a whole mini movie in my head.
Sure.
I think in imagery. So for me, I never really need the visuals because it's all going on in here all the time, And so it's interesting how
conflict.
Yeah, because I might see the character looking like this, and then I'll see a different look,
Sure.
So I don't know. It's just different brains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What else you have?
So that's it for the adult side.
Okay.
But we have children's things, and of course we're going to be at Family Fun Day and the free comic book day, which we're super excited about. But we also have Saturday, May 18th at 11, Unpacking the Garden with Wee Ones. We are so lucky, the master gardeners who really know their stuff, they come in and periodically do children's garden programs for us. And they're going to be doing a scavenger hunt, planting a sunflower, and teaching even the little ones how to really prepare for planting. So there'll be one program for ages 3 to 6, and then another one for 6 to 11 for something a little bit more advanced. I'm super excited about it. In addition to that, we have something very creative. We have the Teens Connect Wreck a Painting, and the teens are going to get together and they're going to rip apart a classic painting and recreate it. So deconstruct and reconstruct.
There you go.
Kind of like a Frankenstein monster. I love it. That one will be May 25th, 2:30 to 3:30, ages 12 to 18. And that's going to be run by my brand new assistant, and his name is Ben Garand. I'll have to bring him next time, maybe.
Right.
He
was helping you at the
he's very excited to
lounge.
work with the teens at the cocktail lounge in the library.
She tried to get me to drink this shot glass of something, and she wouldn't tell me what it was.
I wouldn't tell him, so I told him, I said, well, here it is. I won't tell you what it is in it, but trust me. And he's like, Macal, I'm not going to trust you, because I tease him all the time. So he refused to drink my ginger ale. But anyway.
I thought it was just ginger ale, but I seen
you
that
couldn't
bottle.
Be sure, and I had that mischievous look in my eye.
You had that another bottle of something setting there.
I understand, Mike.
All right. What else you have?
So we have all the regulars as well. We have Science Scouts, Homeschool Hub, Preschool Story Time, Toddler Story Time, Music and Movement. Our preschool and toddler story time have been taken over by a wonderful lady named Miss Carolyn. And I've been doing the program with her. We miss Patty dearly, but we wanted her to be able to retire. And Carolyn is fantastic with the little ones. Right. And so I'm, maybe one day I'll bring her to this as well.
And you still have your reading by the sheriff.
Oh, we love that the sheriff's department comes in. We are so grateful. We get different sheriff's deputies now, and sometimes we even get Crystal, and they all do an amazing job. And it's like one of my favorite partnerships because I feel like they're so generous of their time. Sure. And like the sheriff's department literally comes in once a month, which is incredible to me. And so we always have a blast with them.
Well, it sounds like, again, more great stuff going on in our library. All right.
And, the one thing to note is Monday, May 27th, the library will be closed for the holiday.
Oh, yeah, that is important to note.
Because otherwise people come in and they're like, why didn't,
I would probably be coming in and be like, hey, why is no one here?
What's going on?
I've done that before.
Now, June 1st, this is just a teaser. I know we're not talking about June yet, but we have the extremely exciting Summer Reading Club coming up. And we typically get more than 1,000 people, kids, to join summer reading. And then you guys get several hundred more of adults. And our very first day, we're going to have, at least on the children's side, face painting. And I'm so excited about this. We're bringing back a petting zoo into the garden.
Yes.
So it's actually a mini zoo going into the children's garden. And
we'll have to get back
love it.
Together in the middle of May and talk about that.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I just wanted to give a little teaser.
I know. She always teases us. Well, Macal and Grace, I appreciate all you do at the library.
Thank
and again,
you.
that Taste of Books was really cool. I think next year will even be better. I like that movie magic.
I think it's growing on. It's like, in other words, we're learning what doesn't work. We're learning what does work. And every year, it seems like it goes we feel very comfortable with it. We try new things. I don't know. It seems better and better every year.
Well, why don't we give me one more teaser, SammyCon.
That the adult department leads up. So I don't know if you're ready for a teaser. I can't. We help out in it. So we have our own little part of the children's, but I don't know if you guys have talked. We have a new head of adult reference, and so you might not have had a chance to talk to her about it.
I have not had a chance to talk to her.
You better, because that's Erin's favorite program.
I know. I'm letting Erin
Poor
down.
Grace, she just looks terrified just now.
We put her on the spot. It's a lot of fun, no matter what it is.
I didn't write it down in my notes. I don't know.
All right. We will see you in a few weeks, and we'll talk about this great surprise you have.
Summer Reading Club.
Summer Reading Club.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. And won't be long. You'll be doing Winter's Reading Club, and we'll be doing that little book thing. And
I love when we do the
Mark
winter.
does such a great.
Mark does an incredible job, and I feel badly because you're always behind the camera, Mark, and no one gets to see you. But next year for holiday writing, I don't know. Maybe we'll get him to come on out.
I think we should.
I think we should.
I think we should do that. He's done a couple things. He said,
he's
I
done
don't know
a
how
lot
to
for
do
the
it.
library.
And I've sent him out by himself, and he's come back, and I said, I didn't know you were going to get in front of the camera. And there it was great. He did a great interview.
I have to also tell you, I'm so, holiday writing contest is actually, it's one of my favorite programs. It's also one of the programs that requires the most work.
Right.
But we're happy to do it. I am so grateful to have Mark as my partner because, we could not do it without his work.
Yeah.
He does such a good job with that. And you guys, and national media, how you help us in so many ways. You give a discount, and
Excuse
But
me.
honestly, I don't mean to embarrass the person behind the camera, but
please
he
do.
does an amazing job with
Please
it.
embarrass him. Just when you said that, it reminds me about Fun Day. And Mark, we'll be down there at the parade.
Oh, good.
We'll be doing the parade again, and Mark and I will be down there taking care of that. That's on May 11th.
So do you
at 10
lead
o'clock.
up the parade, or you
We just videotape it,
that's
and
awesome.
I pull a Ryan Seacrest, and I do.
I think that's really wonderful.
You can tell she watches the parade every
We're
year.
we're gonna be at the little caboose. That's where our table will be.
Okay.
So we're actually not in the parade. We are in the parade with every
parade.
Christmas parade.
Yeah.
I think with this parade, it would just be hard because we have a lot of huge events right before Family Fun Day.
Can't miss. I think Grace ought to just do a SammyCon thing and put it in the parade. One more thing to do. All right. I think we're running out of film, so let's go. We will see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes,
And again,
thank
thank you so much for all the great things the library does.
Oh,
Really
it's a pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.